If you want to become a social media manager but you have no idea where to start and you have no experience, don't worry, I'll show you how. I was at the exact same position 4 years ago when I enrolled in my university, not knowing anything about what I want to do with my life. Now I'm working for myself as a social media marketing specialist and graphic designer with clients from all around the world. If you're new here, welcome. On this channel we talk about social media tips and more specifically how to grow your social media profiles faster and get clients. How to become a social media manager. What are the steps that you need to follow in order to make money online as a social media manager? These are the things that we'll cover in this video. You can now find the timestamps on screen or you can click the ones in the description below to jump to the time of the video you want to watch. But I suggest you watch the whole video because I'm sprinkling around my whole experience throughout the whole video. Number 1, get educated. When I started showing interest in social media and marketing, I knew nothing when it came to working in the field. Yes, my bachelor that I was taking at the time was Media and Communication Management, which is basically business plus marketing, but it still didn't give me much of specific information when it came to social media. It was more the foundation of business. This definitely helped me get where I am today because setting the right foundation for your mind changes the way you think about growing in the right direction when it comes to professional growth. It helps you think of what you do as a business, not as a hobby. So when I expressed interest in social media and marketing, my first step was to get educated on the topic. Of course I was using social media daily. I knew a thing or two about posting online, but not from a business perspective. And since I wanted to work with businesses, I needed that. My main source of information was YouTube and internet in general. I was doing exactly as you're doing right now. I started watching videos like this one on the topic. I read about marketing strategies and starting a business. I invested countless hours into getting deeper knowledge and it worked. There are tons of free resources online if you have the time and patience. You can invest your time instead of money. There are free courses from HubSpot and Facebook that you can take. Even Google has its own workshop about digital marketing that can give you a good basis. You can also choose to take an extensive online course that will take you from A to Z and even help you book your first clients. Many successful creators actually have courses like that. The thing with social media is that you constantly need to learn new things since the algorithms and channels change so fast. You need to be agile and ready to learn every step of the way every day. Number 2, choose your niche. As you start to learn more and more about business, social media, and marketing, you realize that you need to find your zone of genius. People and industries that you can be most useful to. Have a general understanding of the type of businesses you can work with. In the beginning, that's enough. Later on, you can niche down and work with your ideal customers. You can always make exceptions if people outside of your niche come to you, especially in the beginning where you need to gain more experiences and build out your portfolio. Speaking about social media and education, if you want to know how to grow on Instagram with 5 easy tips, you can download my free PDF book. Links down in the description below. Number 3, market yourself and build a portfolio. Speaking about a portfolio, there isn't a better way to show your experiences than building your own brand first and successfully marketing your products or services online. If your social media pages are nice, your content is on point, and you know how to present yourself first, as if you are your own client, then people will notice that and start reaching out to work with you. Make sure when you're looking at your own social media profiles, you can realistically say, yes, I would hire them. Your own content is your best portfolio when starting out. You can also find your first clients from referrals from friends, family, or relatives. Make sure once you have a stable online presence, you tell everyone you know what you do. Talk about how you help people and what your job is. You actually might get surprised of who your first clients might be. Number 4, where to find clients. In the beginning, you need to pitch clients and find them yourself. Doing your own social media marketing is effective, but it needs to build momentum before it starts working for you, especially if you don't have many followers in the beginning. When I started with social media marketing, I started looking for clients in Facebook groups dedicated for freelancers in my own country, Bulgaria. These groups are basically job posting groups where people look for freelancers to do a job. I got my my first social media client from there, a psychologist, who I manage her social media, or more specifically her Instagram profile. Another thing you can do is again on Facebook groups, for example of your ideal audience, which might be beauty related, health related, or any other industry. Find a group for that on Facebook and join it. Be active and connect with people first, make it genuine. Then DM them and talk about what they might need and how you can help them. Be careful though, don't break the rules of the groups by outright selling your services. Be genuine and discreet. You can also try using websites like Upwork or People Per Hour, where you yourself can apply for projects that other people or businesses have posted. The downside of these websites is that there's a lot of competition and people actually work for really low prices. But again, if you don't have any experience, that's a good way to start, even if you're working for way less money than you should. I'm not talking to work for countless projects like that. You can start with one, see how you like it, see how you do, build a bit of experience, and then move on to paid projects, for example. Or if you feel like you need 2 projects to feel confident in yourself, then do 2 lower paid projects and then move on to the well-paid projects. If you want to invest more time, I highly recommend you start a YouTube channel or a TikTok profile where you can go wild with the content marketing and get noticed by potential clients on the platform when you talk about your products or services. Another more old school idea is to make a list of the businesses in your city, email them and ask if they might need help with their social media or marketing. Make sure beforehand that you check if they already have established any presence on social media and offer them ideas of how you can be useful for their online growth. Make sure to include your areas of expertise in the email, what your sample monthly packages include, and what they can expect if they start working with you. Number 5, create base packages and what to include in them. Make it easy for your potential clients to know exactly what you're offering them and what's exactly included in each of your services. Just promising to grow their social media channels without actually listing your responsibilities seems unprofessional and unreliable. Even if you can do a lot more things for your clients, create base packages that you can later customize and build upon depending on the needs of each client. Potential clients will always ask, what do I get from working with you? I recommend having 2 packages to start with so you and your customers don't get overwhelmed by a variety of too many choices. As I said, you can always add things and make sure they fit the needs of the client when they actually reach out to work with you. Some important things you can include in your packages would be number of posts per month, number of stories per month, number of videos per month, is there a content calendar included, how many designs of graphics are included per month, do you write the captions yourself or do you need them to do it? Or in other words, do you offer copywriting? And finally, do you create engagement and how many hours per month is that if you do it? You can also share sample content calendars so your potential clients have a better understanding of what the process of working with you might look like. The whole idea of the packages is to help people imagine what it would be like to work with you. Number 6, create your workflow. Now, I really want to encourage everyone that feels like they have the willpower to just start and dive into the deep end by getting your first clients and then developing your work frame, actively establishing the way you proceed from A to Z with your clients. Personally, that's how I started. I had no structure of which steps are after which. When I got to work with my first clients, it was a learning curve for me. It's really not that scary. It just takes a bit of time to figure it out. A bit of time might be an understatement, but you get the gist. Of course, you can always start working for someone else before working for yourself. This way you can get a mentor next to you that can show you their work process, and later on you can adapt it and change it so it suits you and your needs. Basically, the steps to a good workflow include anything that the clients need to know before, during, and after they start working with you. Some processes you might need to figure out include how you get materials for working with clients. Do you create everything yourself or do you use templates like Canva, Envato, etc.? How do you onboard clients? Do you send surveys or do you perhaps hop on calls first? What exactly do you need from each client in order to start working with them after the onboarding process? Which platforms do you use for planning their content calendar? How do you track their monthly results? How do you keep track of new ideas and of things that need to be implemented in the future? Number 7. Grow your business and delegate. This step probably needs its own video, but when you start a business, it's important to start thinking how you can expand it beyond your own capabilities. You as a professional have only so much time on your own hands. If you only book as many clients as you can take yourself, you'll quickly realize that it's not possible to have a bigger clientele base, more than, let's say, 3 to 7 people per month. When you notice that more people are starting to want to work with you, think of how you want to hire someone and outsource some of the tasks. Figure out which tasks take the longest to complete and which tasks you don't really like to do. Delegating tasks will give you more time to expand your business, to get new clients, and to establish overall better processes in your business. For example, the first thing I delegated was video editing. Not because I can't do it myself, but because it was eating the most out of my productivity and my time in the day. 30 minutes of raw footage took me around 1 hour and a half, 2 hours to completely edit it, and exporting the video was another 30 minutes. It was something that just wasn't worth it for me. In my opinion, it's key that in the beginning you have experience with most or all things that need to be done in your business and the tasks that are required to be run for your business to be successful. That way you'll know what you're good at, what you need help with, and later when you hire people to delegate it to, you know what results you want and you know what experience they should have to be able to do it correctly. Becoming a social media manager is not hard. We all have the information we need online pretty much all for free. If you have any questions, I'll be checking the comments, so make sure to leave them down below. Until next time, peace!